I think it's a problem that's about 21 years old. I think that the buying power has shifted. It has shifted over the last few years. It's not something that we woke up to yesterday. And whilst marketers and agencies have tried to move that into a more empathetic space with regards to black audiences and the different black audiences, we haven't done enough. So what you're ending up with, I think, in terms of an output, is work that's quite universal, lots of black faces in what would be a universal ad, which is not going deeper. But there are some amazing examples of work that does that, and we need to create more of that. And the question is how we're going to achieve that. That's, you see, in essence, what I'm talking about. When we worked on Nando's, there were quite a few examples that moved into that space. There are brands like DSTV brands, specifically DSTV itself, one or two examples there, very good ones. We handle Vuzu Amp, which is a young premium channel for predominantly a young black base. We've done some work there that does it really well. And there are other isolated incidences or cases where it does work really well. I think the country went through a phase where that became flavor of the month to some degree over the last 20 years, and there have been patches where it worked really well, and I think it's kind of fallen off the agenda, so to speak, and I think we're actually regressing to some degree. So there are brands that are doing it. There's some brands, very few brands that are doing consistently well, and there's some brands that sporadically do it. So I think the idea is to get more brands to do it more consistently and to do it with a little more insight. I hate to use that word in that term, but more insightful and a little deeper than the sort of shallow surface of it. So it's very simple. The boardrooms are too white, the agencies are too white. And I'm not suggesting that white marketers and white agency people can't do the job, or that they're not needed. And that's not an apologetic view either. I think there's a place for everyone, and diversity is quite important. Diversity by definition is not one, it's many come together. But in order to have the step change, what we need to see is, and I've got it in one of my clients, which is an amazing thing to witness, but the boardroom needs to be filled. The room needs to be filled with more black professionals. Because when you've got that, you've got an empathy that's lived and experienced and felt. And you can say whatever you want. Our business really is feelings. And so you can have all the statistics you want, you can have all the research you want. A lot of it sits in the gut. And that gut is felt instinctively by people who've experienced it and who experience it on a day-to-day basis. So the more you have there, the more accurate the decisions are in terms of communication, but also the more learnings there are for the people around. So I think that's something that I found in our agency. We're like 70% black overall, and every day is a learning experience because you're exposed to more cultures, and the diversity assists in it. And so that's what we need to do, and I think we've been doing it to meet certain legal requirements. There needs to be a bigger move towards the genuine spirit of transformation for the benefit of everybody. So that's what needs to happen. We need to get more black people in the boardrooms. We need to get black people in agencies and on the marketing sides. And it's happening and it's moving, but it's not moving nearly as fast or as impactful enough. So that's really the solution. Very simple.